a rural boy who changed the entire world. On an autumn morning in 1879, when a thin layer of mist still covered the fields of Michigan, a 16-year-old boy left his father's farm. In his pocket, he carried only a few small belongings, but in his heart, he carried a dream that no one in the village could understand.
It seems
At
rather
that time,
volatile, doesn't it?
horse-drawn carriages still dominated the dusty roads, while automobiles were nothing more than dangerous toys for the wealthy. The young boy did not know what awaited him in Detroit, a city rising with the thunder of steam engines and steel. But he knew one thing: life on the farm, with its soil, sweat, and the memories of his recently deceased mother, was no longer a place he could belong to. 35 years later, half of the cars on Earth would carry his name. His name was Henry Ford. And this is not just the story of a car, it is the story of a spirit that refused to be confined and ultimately led the entire world forward. Henry was born on a hot summer morning in 1863 on a small farm in Michigan, where life revolved around the crowing of roosters and the rhythm of harvest seasons. As the eldest of 6 children, he was raised with clear expectations. One day, he would inherit the family farm and become its backbone, just like his father, William Ford. But destiny seemed to place within him a restless soul. While his father believed in land and manual labor, Henry was drawn to things not found in farming manuals: gears, mechanisms, and engines. He did not love plowing, nor did he care for harvest seasons. "I never loved the farm," Henry would later write. "The only thing I loved there was my mother." School could not hold him either. He left after the 8th grade, not out of laziness, but out of boredom. He did not want theory. He wanted to touch knowledge, to take it apart like machines. His passion began at the age of 12 when his father gave him a pocket watch. Within days, Henry had completely disassembled and reassembled it. Soon he was repairing watches for friends and neighbors. The young watchmaker of Dearborn began to build a reputation. Everything changed when he was 13. During a school trip to Detroit, he saw a steam engine operating for the first time. The roaring sound, the vibrating pipes, the raw metallic power. It mesmerized him. In that moment, a door opened in his mind. He no longer wanted just to fix machines. He wanted to create them. But childhood gave him little time. His mother, Mary, the closest soul to him, suddenly passed away. The farm, already unloved, became suffocating with grief. Every corner of the house carried memories. Every field felt empty. The final thread tying him to that place was gone. In 1879, at just 16 years old, Henry packed a few clothes and left. No money, no connections, no degree, only fierce stubbornness and an unquenchable curiosity. He headed to Detroit, the city of steam, steel, and the future. That journey did not just take him away from the past, it brought the entire world closer to the future. Detroit in 1879 was nothing like his hometown. No fields, no quiet wind, only thick smoke, hammering sounds, and the relentless pulse of industrial machines. The city was becoming the beating heart of a new era. Henry arrived with nothing but determination. His first job lasted only 6 days before he was fired. No explanation was given, but he learned his first lesson from the industrial world. No one cared about the dreams of a farm boy. He found another job, earning barely enough to survive. At night, he repaired watches for extra money. The days were exhausting, little sleep, quick meals, but Henry accepted it all as long as he could stay close to machines. Years later, he returned home briefly, but the farm still felt foreign. Around that time, his father bought a portable steam engine. Henry quickly learned to operate it, and soon neighbors paid him for his skills. For the first time, he earned money from his passion. His talent caught the attention of a representative from Westinghouse. He was hired to install and repair steam engines across Michigan. This work exposed him to advanced technology and sharpened his understanding of machines, not through books, but through his hands. In 1885, he met Clara Jane Bryant at a New Year's party. A year later, they married. Though his father gifted them land, Henry had no intention of farming. He had another plan, one involving a machine no one in the village had ever seen: the gasoline engine. In 1891, Henry moved to Detroit and became obsessed with understanding complex machines. One day, he read about a European invention, the gasoline engine. Unlike steam engines, it did not require boiling water. It ran on internal combustion sparked by electricity. He searched relentlessly until he found one. He was fascinated, but also frustrated, as he did not yet understand how it worked. Determined, he took a night job at Edison Illuminating Company, not for the salary, but to learn. There, he studied electricity, ignition, and mechanics. In 1893, he built his first gasoline engine, and in 1896, at 1:30 a.m., he completed his first vehicle, the quadricycle. It worked, but imperfectly. Still, Henry improved it and sold it for $200. The dream grew bigger. Investors began to notice, but failure came again. His first company collapsed under pressure and conflict. He was fired, yet he saw failure as a chance to begin again. Turning to racing, Henry built a powerful race car and defeated the famous Alexander Winton. The victory brought him recognition and new investors. In 1903, he founded his third company, Ford Motor Company. This time, his vision was clear, to build a car for the masses. After years of development, in 1908, the Model T was introduced. It was not the fastest or the most beautiful, but it was durable, reliable, and affordable. To meet demand, Henry revolutionized production with the assembly line. Cars moved while workers stayed in place. Production time dropped dramatically, and costs fell. In 1914, he doubled workers' wages to $5 a day. Critics called him insane, but productivity soared and workers became customers. Ford had not just built cars, he had reshaped industry itself. Yet success brought stubbornness. He refused to change the Model T even as competitors advanced. Sales declined. Eventually, he introduced the Model A, but the market had changed. The Great Depression hit, and the company struggled. During World War II, Ford's factories shifted to military production, building engines, vehicles, and even aircraft. His production system helped power the Allied war effort. After the war, Henry stepped down. Age and personal loss weakened him. On April 7, 1947, he passed away at the age of 83. But his legacy endured. Henry Ford did not just build cars, he built a way of thinking. Efficiency, accessibility, and mass production became the foundation of the modern world. His idea was simple but powerful. Technology is not a privilege, it is a right. And from a farm boy who once took apart a broken watch, he set the entire world in motion.